Making a cat enclosure is cheap and easy. Ours cost us less than $150 and took about half a day to complete. It's made up of 3 components. There's the cat netting, the garden peg, a right angle bracket, and that's all screwed together. So we've moved 4 times and used the same netting each time. So even if you're renting, a cat enclosure like this is a great idea. Our cat flap is ideal for renters too. It requires no screwing, drilling or cutting.
Another way to contain cats if you've got an existing fence line is to install an electric wire across the top. It gives cats a mild static sensation which stops them from jumping on and over the fence. Tara's fostered hundreds of cats over many years and she says it's the best system she's ever used. It cost about $600, took half a day to install and is barely visible. The advantages of fence line enclosures is that they create a nice open space, there's room for your cat, other neighbouring cats can't come in, and it protects the wildlife that's outside your garden.
I have 3 cats and I think 2 of them would be very happy to be indoors all the time. I have one wild child who really needs that extra stimulation, and she's the one reason that I built the aerial walkway, because she needs that stimulation. All up, it took the handyman about a day to install the aerial cat walkway to the 2 boxes. They've got the sun, they've got the wind, they've got the rain, and they can be outdoors in a confined area. My cats are really happy, they're contented, they have fun, they like to go in and out when they feel like going in and out. They're just happy. They would tell me if they weren't happy.
The science is in. Pet cats love to roam, and they roam twice as far at night compared to during the daytime. So a recent Australian study found that pet cats, on average, cover 10 suburban house blocks during the day, and at night time it's a whopping 20 suburban house blocks. The cat owners were gobsmacked at how far their cats were roaming and where they were going to.
Cats do incur a lot of different threats and injuries if they are let outside, and we as veterinarians, we see a lot of that. Number one is probably cat fight abscesses and damage from territorialism in cats, where they have some pretty major injuries, and that thing can be quite costly, can easily add up to $1,000, to have an anaesthetic and major surgery. But we have also seen some other really nasty injuries with, for example, dogs chasing them. We've had a leg ripped off and those sorts of injuries, so it can be quite nasty.
My enclosure is under our deck. I built it out of recycled materials that I had, and it sort of follows the line of the deck. I've got some timber posts and I stapled Avery mesh to them to form the cage. I was motivated to make the enclosure because our cats grew up as indoor cats. They've never been outside really, except under our supervision. I wanted to give them an opportunity to be outside, to get some fresh air and get some external stimulation, but without putting anything at risk like native birds or lizards, that sort of thing.
A recent major Australian study found that on average, pet cats kill 110 native animals every year. One of the best things you can do for native wildlife is to contain your cat.
Another popular option for containing cats is to use netting to create a cat courtyard, like Elizabeth and David have done at their place. This system works best if you have a veranda or a semi-enclosed space next to your house, even just a nearby fence. Ian and Betty over in Thurgoona enclosed their big veranda by stretching some netting from the gutter down to the picket fence. A professional did the job in a day, and then Ian created lots of play equipment, including skywalks and steps for the cats to enjoy. So, no matter your budget or your type of garden, whether you're renting or you own your own home, there's definitely a cat enclosure out there for you.